guys, so this is Whodunit Archives, and today I wanted to bring to you guys this game. So this game I got a little, I wanted to bring it sooner to you guys, but the save got a problem, not the save, but the recording got a problem, so I needed to postpone it because I got a little bit frustrated and I was like, okay, so I'm not going to touch this yet. I'm gonna come back to it when I feel a little bit more at ease. And then I think yesterday we played a demo that I really liked. Yesterday or on the past week we played the operator, and the operator reminded me a lot of Orwell. So I was like, damn, I really want to bring this game to the channel because we played a demo that was very similar to this whole game mechanic, and yeah, so here we are. So first, as you can see, we have a lot of profiles because I played this game a lot of times. I really like this game. It has a very wide range of options that you can choose. And this one was a save that I did for the channel, but it got some issues. I never got to the point when all profile slots were occupied, so I don't know what to do here. How we can profile options. Delete profile, okay, yes, please. Okay, so now we have a profile to work. Congratulations, you have been selected for the Orwell test phase. Please create a profile. Okay. So we are the Whodunit. And we are going to choose a profile picture, I guess. I wonder if we can just next step it. No, we need to actually choose a profile picture. I don't know. I think this one looks similar to me, but I guess we can choose another one. I chose this one, so I'm gonna stick with it. I don't think I am interested in. I already put my email address on it, so I agree. Please agree to the following terms. I'm aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation. Okay, so cool. Let's go. Setting up profile. Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people. Okay. So yeah, the game, I like this game a lot. I think you guys will like it as well. Whoops. So let me just... Okay, that was something. So yeah, you're online, good. So we have an issue. a very big one, considering terrorism. Call me Symes, I will be your advisor on Orwell. Together we will form both the first and the last line of defense against terrorism. For this test phase, you are one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances, selected from thousands of applicants from across the globe. So the whole idea here is that we are not trained in law enforcement. We are like any regular citizen, and I think this is so effed up because I mean, would you like to have your life be searched by some random citizen? I mean, I know this opens a lot of debate about, okay, so but if it were by a law enforcement I don't know, agent worker, it would be better. I mean, I like to think it would, but I don't know, there's a lot of ifs and a lot of nuances to the whole thing. Normally, congratulations would be in order, but as you can see from that footage, there has been an incident, so let's get started. Okay. I've activated the reader tool for you. Its purpose is storing bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access, and to highlight when there is new information to be investigated. Okay. First, I want you to be informed of the situation. Our leading newspaper, The National Beholder, will bring you up to speed. Okay, so I will try to read only what caught my attention. Feel free to browse the National Beholder. I've activated the profile. Open the unknown person file once you are done. Okay. So we have news about the incident. We have news about the negotiations in Triflif, which I believe it is a neighbor from the nation, I think. And we have news about the movie shooting. But let's proceed with the first one. Okay, so April 13, 2017. Okay, so I think the time's important. So we are at 20, and it's very nice when the game lets you have the time here, so you can actually have a better notion when you actually are analyzing some of these data. Detonation destroys the Freedom Memorial in Bonton. 3 people killed, 5 severely injured. Terrorist ambitions suspected as a mysterious letter reaches authorities. Okay, so we have some sort of letter. So the explosion obliterated the Freedom Memorial in Bonton, leaving nothing but rubble behind. Okay, at approximately 7:10. So close to 8 p.m. Okay, on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza in Bonton. According to official police reports, 3 people were killed and at least 5 bystanders were severely wounded. Okay. The Freedom Memorial was nearly completely destroyed. Police forces closed off the area immediately. Experts believe the attack was an act of terror, with police confirming that the explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance away using a cell phone signal. Police reports also confirm that several hours earlier, an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, Die Gedanken sind frei, I think I read that, okay, the thoughts are free, had reached local authorities. So I'm thinking, yeah, so this is from the letter. Prime Minister Blaine immediately issued a public press statement formally condemning the assault and put the nation on high alert until the perpetrators have been brought to justice. Okay, so we have so this was an attack that was moved by an ideological an ideology better. So Let's see. Negotiations in Thriftliff. Parisian president aborts negotiations with opposition. Violent riots in Thriftliff. Blaines encourage renewal. So we are supporting the opposition. Okay. Violent riots are all too common in the shattered city of Thriftliff. So Thriftliff is the city. Okay. Parisian is a country, maybe Parge, because Parisian is the people that live or are born in Parge. Peace negotiations in the riot-hidden Parisian capital city Thriftliff, having aborted with any result last night. Independent sources report that President Kassar abruptly cut off communication with opposition representatives, as the latter presented a tangible plan for the organization of re-elections. I see. The news about the premature cancellation of the negotiations caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations in the capital. It has been reported that demonstrators wearing hoods threw incendiary material into shop windows and onto cars. The police struggled to keep the situation under control. Prime Minister Blaine stated his worries about the negative development regarding the political situation of the neighboring country, and has requested both sides to resume diplomatic discussion. So, I'm not quite sure if this incident have any relation to this incident, but it is very. Hold on, let me just see time. Yeah, it was released at the same time. I mean, and this one, I don't think I'm gonna be reading it because I'm not sure if there is any information that is interesting for us. I'm guessing not. I was trying to see very superficially if Porridge or Thriftliff was mentioned, because maybe it would have some sort of, it could give us some more information about the whole dispute going on. But okay, do we have anything else to look for? I don't think so. I think we saw plenty. So this is the, oh no, okay, I was kind of expecting him. The profile holds all known information on those we investigate. The file we have opened is for our main suspect. The blue-haired woman that the CCTV footage shows before the assault is no stranger to the police. Take a look at the arrest record. Okay. Cassandra Watergate. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are able to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Sorry. Hovering over data chunks will reveal their relevance to the case. In any connection or information it may influence. Drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into a profile to upload them to our servers. My throat. So yeah. This was the lady that we saw at the beginning. So let's see what we can. Of course, the name looks important. So we need to bring here. Okay, and the picture as well. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell to identify a person. Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Ms. Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info to progress. Okay. Assault on police officer. Okay. Let's see the whole report. Good with the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can now be accessed. Now let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer and you'll see what I mean. The suspect was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated immediately. Okay. Okay, so I guess she regretted. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not quite sure, but well, I don't know how much we can discuss this because she was already arrested. Is this woman a terrorist? Okay, so this is 1 year prior. Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago remains in custody. Trial is scheduled for August. Okay. Simple protester or anti-governmental terrorist? I mean, the case accused the media and the public guessing. Cassandra, who had allegedly injured a police officer severely 2 weeks ago, is still being held in police custody. The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. So, I'm thinking the incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration. I'm gonna say what I'm thinking, but I think it's too soon. So I will hold it a little bit. The exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there, right before the explosion. Surely not a coincidence. I don't know, it could be. If it is a very known square, if people use it a lot to, go places, it could be. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more background information on her. I want to know who we are really dealing with. So she is free. Against the newest amendment to the government model project, the safety bill, okay? Protests at the Freedom Plaza turned violent 2 weeks ago. Due to the chaotic nature of the scene, police have not yet been able to connect the crime to the accused Cassandra, okay, who is an artist by profession. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance. Come on, Symes. I don't think you should be that severe about it. I mean... Great, you have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all the info I already knew about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. That's very odd. Advisors like me only get to see the data provided by the investigators. That's important information for us. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information deemed important. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to Orwell. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress on the case. Yeah? I mean... I think she is an artist, but... I don't know, I don't like when people want to, make everything about the profession of someone. Like, oh, you're an artist, so you did that, and you are an artist, so like it's a part of their lives. I mean, I bet she has other interests, but yeah. Okay, Symes, we have more data to look to. So this is her portfolio. Harboring outstanding art. Welcome to the port of Cassandra Watergate. Hi, I'm Cassie, a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right behind the rainbow. In Wonderland right behind the rainbow? No, I don't think this is relevant information for Orwell. Glad you find me. Finally found the courage to quit my day job, focus on my art career. To quit my day job, focus on my art career. Okay, so she quit. I mean, I don't know when. Interesting. We should find out what that job was. And put my stuff on portfolio. Below you will find a hand-picked selection of my latest works. You can browse through them by clicking on the arrow on the left and right side of the pictures below. See something like? Well, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome, isn't it? Okay. Leave a message on my UTEL account, the Cassie92. She's very confident, that's for sure. Good, you found a chat handle that will allow us to overhear any conversation that I count. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. Okay. I'm gonna make a fine art print and ship it right away to your doorstep. Last thing, free of charge. Now off you go and have fun. So, the shipping is free of charge, I'm guessing. Cassandra's Gallery, my beloved furball Kikiko. So she has that, what's his name? The artist? That did that Campbell's tomato soup painting? Well, it's pop art. I think it's the art school? The art school of thought? I don't know. But yeah, it's a little bit pop art. Yep, that's me. That beauty is me. I was never sure about the title though. The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter, or Victim of Traditionalism in Pink. What do you think? I mean, the Businessman's Forgotten Daughter? I mean, okay. A Christmas present for my darling. This was actually meant to be a private piece, but oh well. I'd have a hard time keeping it to myself. Yeah, it looks very good. And so she has a relationship. Okay, we got good information. So she's talking to someone now. Hey yo. Hey Josie. I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? Oh, you got me, Sherlock. Okay. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. You stole a credit card from a unknown person. Can't stop me now. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge, as long as you pick out some wine for dinner. I'm thinking this is not... I mean, I'm gonna wait. The session stop. Wine that does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-round badass, have in mind this time? Well, okay. So, it's her lawyer? You now have a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profiler. Data checks will only appear for target persons and can only be extracted into the relevant profile. So, probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Actually, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You have to get this client of yours pretty buzzled to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a light leaf. Oh, whatever. I guess I shouldn't pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then. I don't understand that, though. Corrugate Pharma Entrepreneurs, that does ring a bell. Whatever, I guess I shouldn't pick up some of those party pills. I mean... Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us? Oh, yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. Oh, that was so mean. That was not very nice. Like... But I don't think she stole it. He's okay with it, so... I'm not going to say that he stole. That she stole. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicion. Okay, so this is Joseph Langley. Investigation into the malicious injury of a police. Maybe we can go to him and pick this? No, we cannot pick this. Orwell informs me you just encounter conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds with one another, those will be shown as conflicted. When you strike one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the other will become invalid immediately. I'd highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed. Though this is your decision, once the information has been parsed, there is no way to reverse your choice. So yeah, I don't think we should do it immediately, just to be convenient, just because it's convenient to Symes. I think we should see all this very thoroughly. So let's see what this is about. Procedure closing raises manipulation suspicion. Investigation into the malicious injury of a police officer has been dropped due to the lack of evidence. Speculated that the accused parents manipulated the trial. The case that has been at the center of media attention for the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra was acquitted of the alleged assault against a police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence yesterday. However, the case might be reopened should new evidence be discovered. The suspect's lawyer, Joseph Langley, welcomed this outcome. At no point has there ever been any valid evidence that my client was guilty, at no point at all. The revered defense attorney commented during a post-trial press gathering. The defense successfully brought video evidence depicting the incident in question, which eventually turned the tide of the proceedings. Okay. So the defense, Langley, brought video evidence proving that she's innocent. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcomes in her favor. The victim, a father of two young sons, was rushed into hospital after the incident in mid-July, where he is still in an induced coma, unresponsive to treatment. Okay, so let's see. So the defense had video evidence, and that actually helped to make her an innocent. I mean, it could be both. Like, I don't think they are conflicted in a sense that the case lacks evidence, and also her family could be, trying to make it easier to end it. But if there is indeed video evidence depicting the incident in question, like, I'm not sure how much we can say about the healthy family. So I'm going to say that the case being closed due to lack of evidence. Because this is what I figured. I figured that the CCTV feed did not actually help. Maybe it will today. You really are looking for blood, huh? Let's see. So this is her family. Watergate Pharmaceuticals. So which is live with our industry with leading range of products, making important contribution to your well-being. Below you'll find a small selection of our most important products. Okay. I think this could be important for us. Migraines, cerebral performance, alleviation of arthritic joint pain, antidepressant, Spiron, painkiller, and pill for good nights. Okay. So this is Products Company. The name Watergate has been inseparable from progression and improvement of pharmaceutical research for more than 80 years. Watergate Pharmaceuticals is one of the nation's leading companies in the area of medicine, and at the same time is the largest medication exporter to all areas of the world. The business Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc. has been in the hands of the Watergate family, owning and managing the firm ever since its foundation in 1931. Okay, so Bruno Watergate, maybe her father. The CEO of Watergate Pharmaceuticals is Bruno Watergate, grandson of our founder, Edgar Watergate. Apart from working in the family business, Mr. Watergate is also the founder of the Central Pharmacy Congress and head of the charity foundation Children of Parts. Oh, interesting. So he also has a charity foundation for our neighboring country. Okay. This is her mom, perhaps. Alice Watergate, head of research and development. Co-partner of the firm with her husband Bruno, holds a PhD in biology and chemistry. She leads the research and development laboratories here at Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Oh, and this is her. Cassandra Watergate, carrying the family tradition to the next generation. Alice's and Bruno's daughter, Cassandra, will soon be joining the executive ranks. Her business acumen and unique flair will write the next chapter of our 85-year-strong legacy. So I'm thinking, yeah, so she's loaded. Is that actually the same person? No, but I like how the game actually give you lots of, you can see the same person in different perspectives. I think this is interesting to see also the development of the character. Carrying the family tradition. So yeah, so she is their daughter. I see. And now I see keeping it a family affair. Yes, it's nepotism, I think. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you when that happens. See. The National Beholder just published a new article. You may want to take a look and see if there's any new information available. Let's see jobs first, just so. Okay, so this is for if you want to apply, and they are looking for a chief operating officer because this was her I forgot, but yeah, that was her job. That's okay. Interesting that I don't think she has any of these qualities. But when you look someone from outside your family, now these qualities are important, huh? I don't know, I could be being unfair here. So this is for research internship. You don't, and what about payment? Yeah, nothing about payment here, even though here it says competitive salary. Not quite sure. I don't know why they put that in job applications. Like a competitive salary. Competitive for who? for the company that can put your salary lower, or for the employee? Usually it's for the first one. Headlines. Crime rate continues to drop. The Ministry of Security has presented latest numbers on crime statistics in the country. Never before have there been so few violent crimes. Delacroix gave a press conference early this morning. Bonton. On Thursday morning, I'm guessing Bonton is the capital. On Thursday morning, the Ministry of Security published the new crime statistic report for the preceding year. According to the report, the number of recorded criminal offenses decreased by 4.8% in comparison to last year. The crime rates have been continually declining over the past several years as a direct result of the implementation of the safety bill. So we will be checking this later. Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix appeared very pleased by these numbers and declared this development an outstanding result of successful safety police. When confronted with the recent assault in Bonton, she once again admitted the ambitious goals of the government have not yet been accomplished. She further mentioned that activities are currently being established, which will have a considerable impact preventing further incidents. Okay, so let's see what is. This safety bill is the one that she protested against. Okay, so after, but I mean, we could also say, at least in this part of the graphic, that crime was already declining, especially from 2008. But I don't know if the government prior to the party was how could I say this? Oh god, sometimes it's really hard to speak another language, but I don't know if the other government is has any sort of friendly relation, let's put it that way, to the party, like it's an ally, if it's a political ally, so it could be that as well. But this one is very important to me because in 1 year he could make the crimes drop that much from 400 to 300. That's really important. The safety bill is a collection. That's remarkable, actually. The safety bill is a collection of safety-centered laws and statutes created with the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. Central to the safety bill is the simplified, sped-up process of taking investigative measures against criminal suspects and their prosecution, as well as the provision of an increased budget for safety-related expenses. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations concerning immigration and general travels into or transiting through the nation. It also became mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise regarded potentially dangerous. Wow, but that sucks. I mean, because if employers know that you were an ex-convict, what are your odds at actually winning the job? I mean, it's almost impossible. I don't think an employer would hire someone that was an ex-convict, and that sucks a lot because how these ex-convicts will actually be rehabilitated in society if they can find a stable source of income. Since the safety bill has come into effect in 2011, the total number of acts of crime and terrorism committed have been decreased continuously, and the trend is ongoing to date. So this is important information because if ex-convicts have to face more difficulty in finding a job, how they can make the crime rates go lower. This is something to think about. The party's peacekeeping mission, okay. The terrorist incident of 2008 was the terrible consequence of the premature retreats of our troops from parts. So, okay, we have 2008. So this is when crime rate dropped. Was the terrible consequence of the premature retreat of our troops from parts, a region torn by civil unrest for years, by the order of the previous government. Okay. So crime rates dropped when we left ports. I mean, I'm trying to make a relation between the two. Like, I'm not sure if by leaving ports we also, make it harder for immigration as well from ports. But well, we will be seeing obviously here that the nation came back to ports, so I don't know. To fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, when elected in 2009, immediately made preparations to send our highly reliable soldiers back to safeguard the region for the good of the inhabitants of both countries alike. After the Party peacekeeping mission had been signed in 2011, our troops were sent off to the neighboring country to perform tasks including the distribution of aid packages containing food in addition to health and hygiene products to the mostly impoverished So this distribution of aid packages containing food, the rebuilding of infrastructure, particularly hospitals and schools, upholding the law and public order, alongside the removal of war relics such as anti-personnel mines or unexploded bomb shells, training local police and military forces. Due to recent stabilization in the purges, we have been able to reduce the number of stationed forces while leaving the overall goal of the peacekeeping mission intact. So, yeah. I'm thinking it could be, since he's a neighboring country, it could be that when we improved the quality of living, the living quality, I don't know, on the region, that helped to, mitigate the crime in the nation, because people didn't feel the need to go to the nation. And I don't know, man. I don't want to be the person to be like, oh, immigrants are the problem. I mean, there are a lot of nuances to the whole thing. I mean, when you come from a war-torn country, and you go to another country without any sort of, infrastructure or help or source of income. I mean, this is a good equation to crime. So when we helped that nation to be a little bit more, sustainable for people to live in, these more vulnerable people didn't need to go to the nation. And I think, okay, I'm not saying it is it has been a while since I played this game, so I don't know. And we cannot know now that, so we are just making assumptions. Don't take any of this seriously. I mean, we have a long road here. Safety and security. So this is their beliefs, their belief system. We firmly believe in strict safety regulations and mechanisms to preserve the life and well-being of every individual. A strong economy equals a strong society. This is why we strive for constant, healthy growth. Our cultural origins, as well as the significance of family and communal life, must be cherished. Okay, it's now the part that interests me. Granting immigration from and intervening in foreign countries are necessities to uphold law and order in our homes. So yeah, they are intervening so they can, stop the flow of immigration to the nation. Rock solid education and healthcare systems are the foundation of a great future. And they, this is very vague, but it could be a conservative stance, a conservative take at least. But this is vague. Progressive politics also cherish family. and the communal life. So this is too soon to say. Leaders of the nation: Robert Blaine. Prime Minister Blaine, as much remarkable visionary as a match leader, is a member of the party in the fourth generation. When the surprising death of the previous leader of the party, Mrs. Goddard, left behind a power vacuum. It was the young Robert Blaine who stepped up and was elected as the new head unanimously. Definitely I said that wrong. Just as in this exemplary case, Mr. Blaine will take initiative whenever possible and is sure not to relent until the party's ambitious goals have been achieved. So, Gallagher? Mr. Gallagher, one of the most seasoned members of the party, is in charge of the Ministry of Economy and Trade. As such, he is directly responsible for the reduced tax levels for big and medium-sized corporations, as well as the resulting decline of the unemployment rate. So, big and medium-sized corporations. So he is reducing taxes for bigger corporations. And what about smaller corporations? That's interesting. Catherine Delacroix. The Ministry of Security, dedicated to the purpose of improving the nation's safety on the interior, was formed directly after the election in 2009, just as originally proposed by Catherine Delacroix. Okay, so the Ministry of Security was formed in 2009, or maybe I'm misreading it? Mrs. Delacroix was subsequently granted the position of the first Secretary of Security. She is best known for the inception of the Safety Bill, elevating security standards in the country to a new level. Peter Faulkner, Secretary of Defense. The Commander-in-Chief of the nation's forces does not tire to stress the importance of stability in the nation's neighboring countries. Okay, to that end, Mr. Faulkner created the party's peacekeeping mission, which played a key role in the prevention of terrorist activity occurring on the nation's soil. So this is the page. We already saw this one. Project: participate. Become a part of the party. There are many ways in which you can contribute to the nation's success. Becoming involved with the party is a huge one. If you are willing to give your all for a brighter future of the nation and consequently all of the world, come and join us. Find out how. Donate so we can donate. Volunteer so we can be a volunteer. Support a local group of volunteers to get in touch with the nation's leader and champion the topics that matter the most to you and your family. Become a member. Being a member of the party is a life-altering calling, as you will represent the party in political matters on a communal or national level. Join the army of the nation. Okay, so the party is a big promoter of direct service to their homeland. If you think you have it in you to defend the freedom of the nation in foreign countries, defend the freedom of the nation in foreign countries. This is so, come on. That can't be right, You can't be defending your freedom in someone else's country. And how civilize them get enlisted now. Okay, so we saw that. Did we miss something? I think we missed something. Oh boy. I don't know what we missed. I did not see any sort of I don't think there is anything here. Maybe not sure. Maybe go here again? No. Maybe something in the listener? No. Did we disable something important, maybe? Oh, we forgot to... Okay, sorry guys. I guess that way everything stays in the family. Yes, being an artist and the junior CEO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Yeah. Okay, so now we have more information. Yeah, we already read that. Or maybe I was wrong and nothing stays in the family. Ouch. This is probably what she meant about quitting her job. Good. Currently, I'm thinking that our Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change, don't you agree? Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift? Cassandra timeline. So we have another photo. So this is her birthday, and she's interested in activism. Art, music, activism, what a lineup. I mean, that's pretty common, especially nowadays. Okay, so she likes Targets, the band, painting, Alice in Wonderland, my cat Kikiko. Oh, that's cute. Woohoo! First day in freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Pharma. What? Who's gonna pay for stuff now? Mommy and Daddy won't like this. Listen, Jack, I'm not Daddy's little girl anymore. My art already got me a lot of money, more than enough to pay all my bills. Don't you worry about me. I mean, he was a little bit of an asshole. But I don't think this is true either, because you wouldn't be stealing your boyfriend's credit card. I don't know if it's I don't know, it is. I think it is. Or Cassandra Watergate posted on January. Despite puppets of the state, you have finally managed to destroy us entirely. There's nothing left to do but to congratulate you. There are my personal wishes to you from the deepest abyss of my heart. Fuck all of you government lackeys. Okay. Oops. Opposes the government vehemently. Oh well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Come on, Symes. Sweetie, what is the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. You feel much better. Wow, Mary, just shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again, I cannot deal with this right now. Okay, you kind of lashed out in someone that was pretty nice. Okay, you know what? I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend, no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder. But in that case, that's in the past now. That was not nice. Mary Blythe broke in friendship. So this was this year, 3 months ago. So I'm thinking this is pretty legit. How sad. Cassandra is in a relationship with Joseph Langley. Okay. Her lawyer, with alarm might be noteworthy. Yeah. The Beholder actually wrote about me being freaking redeemed of this shit. But surprise, surprise, they had to mention the speculations of my parents buying me out. Makes the click count go boom, doesn't it? They are doing their job. I think this is relevant information to disclose to the public, even though it might not be the case here. But even so, people can make their conclusions by themselves. At least you are redeemed now. Wanna blow off steam together with a little late night shopping tour? Mary, not today. I have a date this evening. Ooh, who is the lucky one? Case closed. Congratulations, I never had any doubts about it. She's so nice and you just treat her like crap. Kiddo, you're my heroine. I'm in both the heroic and the drug way. Oh, and that... okay, no. At least this is a turn down for me. Why would you call someone a drug? She is related to Joseph Langley. so it's a little bit icky, especially because of that. 1,000 cameras on the plaza, but no proof. It was shown the world this dirty surveillance machinery only exists to intimidate and to mislead the people into believing false promises. Cameras for safety, one big lie. Wow, I'm so happy for you. I knew everything would be okay in the end. Shall we have an awesome Cassandra Freedom Party on Friday? Thank you guys, I'm so happy. I'm sure you heard the load fall off my mind. Yeah, I will totally write an article on our blog. That's important. Of course, I'm so in. So you are really ditching Mary Blythe out, huh? Because she's not at all political. That concert was amazing, so amazing that I just had to give my hair a little makeover. So without further ado, how do you like it? Oh my god, what happened to your beautiful hair? Why didn't you ask me before going to a stylist? We could have gone together. Like, come. I mean, now I cannot protect you, Mary. Because, why would, I mean, it's not bad. I like it. I like the whole vibe. Cassie's going punk, and then mom and dad agree with that. That would... Come on, Jake. Stop being an asshole, man. People, I mean, it's not your fault to be born from poor or rich parents. Like, looks nice. That's a whole new you. You also need a new name then. What about Cassartes? That's clever, me likey. So henceforth, Cassandra shall be known to the world as Cassartes. Okay, this is a different name. An alias. An alias name. You know people on the web, so many names, so many identities. It's always good to record every alias. Then we can match data chunks to target persons whenever they are using them. I hope I'm not covering anything important. Good. That's the spirit, kiddo. Now I like to invite you to our little activist group. If you want to join us, it would be nice to have you with us for the protest on the Freedom Plaza on Friday. An activist group, is there anything more specific? Not sure, but we could check Harrison O'Donnell page. Discover this odd new band, The Targets. Man, do they rock hard. They're playing a concert in the Cell next week. Who's coming along? Oh, Mary, I'm looking at you. Punk's not really my style. Sorry, Cass. Can't we just go see Chai Chicks sometime? They're not just some punks. Their lead singer is a real cutie, and they have this cool guitarist girl. Plus, they've got a message. What's not to like? No, sorry, it's not for me. But alright, you are the one missing out. I will have them all for myself then. Like, people can have different tastes and still be friends. I think this is not... I mean, what the game is trying to show us is that she kind of... she distanced herself from Mary in taste, in, I don't know, in being more political orientated, when Mary, she's more like, I don't want to mess with this stuff. And I think Cassandra took that as a political stance, like, oh, you're being an alienated person, you don't want to have an opinion, like you are not interested in what is happening to the world, so I don't think we can get along. And I think I don't like this kind of behavior, because I mean, I think it's a very good political instance to let people be comfortable about how much they want to get involved in political activities. Like, people should have the freedom to, don't be, so heavily centered on that, because politics can be very hard, tough. You can actually get really frustrated and depressed because while you're seeing how political representatives are, kind of deciding the course of your life, at least the whole background of it, because you decide your life, you do the choices for yourself, but I don't like that. I mean, I think people should be comfortable in wanting to get into politics. I don't think you should you shouldn't put pressure in someone to be more political. I think people should have their time to do it, and I think people should, relate to politics in their level as well. So I don't like this whole thing. I think it's really uncomfortable, and it kind of pushes people out of politics because, first you need to be political oriented, then second you need to be like political oriented but be like me, share my ideology, and then later you will be like completely, you don't have any sort of decision for your own political thoughts. You have someone like in some sort of authoritarian stance dictating what you should believe. Like, I feel like this is the path to that. I mean, and also we should take a breather from politics. People don't, if you get so so centered in it, you ironically you can get really detached from the world, because people live their lives and some of it is not directly impacted by politics. So it is very sad. I don't think it's a nice thing, and I am a very political oriented person. I like to inform myself. I am a sociologist, so I really try to get involved in political groups and go to political protests. But as I said, I don't think you should you should pressure people to be like that. People need to have their time, because I don't know, I said too much. Let's proceed. So she was her friend 1 year ago. So that's, yeah. So she was in Paris. Well, that is what happens when you do my hair. Okay. Having an amazing shopping tour with my married best friends of all times. But you really should consider paying a visit to your hairstylist soon, darling. I mean, well, that is what happens when you do my hair. Okay. I mean, you could, do shopping tour with her and then go to political protests with your new friends. Like, I don't know. I don't think one thing is different. She would be, oh, I don't like your hair, and then you'll be okay, but I like it. And then if she was actually your friend, she would, accept it. And I think she did. She accepted this new face that you are. And you should stick to that. You shouldn't pressure her to be more like you, like more punk. But okay, let's continue. So, more about Joseph Wrigley. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Yeah, don't remind me. I have a history with that place. Okay, already fucking me up enough that I had to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just moments before this happened. Ugh, I never should have gone to that damn protest. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not me. So she has to take a... Yeah, because it is a very, it has a lot of movement. I was so happy when Goldfells accepted me into thought. You're the cause, okay. Then think of it this way: if you would not have gone to the protest, then you never would have been wrongfully indicted, and then we would have never met. Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers. You're not a terrorist, okay? And you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ka-ching! Well, that's supposed to be my credit card in a cash register, something like that, I guess. I hope you like Chateau Margaux. Great, so you decide to bankrupt me. Yes, sir, are always ready to pull the money out of innocent pockets. Anyway, I got the good stuff now. I'm headed to my handsome boyfriend. It's alright, submit. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Oh no, I don't understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now? Cassie, don't. Okay, so let me just get back to it. Okay, so we have a lot to unfold. Anyway, I got the good stuff now. I'm headed to my handsome boyfriend Joseph for dinner. Here's the thing. I've got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule, and I can't postpone it. You've gotta be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. How can you constantly do this to me? Darling, please just calm down. Have you taken your methadone? Okay, so I'm guessing methadone is an antidepressant? What's this methadone? Can you look that up for me, please? Yes, damn it. Is the only thing that matters to you that I'm on fucking happy pills all day? Darling, please, it's nothing like that, and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging. If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine. Don't you understand that? Oh no, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now? Cassie, don't be like that. I get it. I guess I'm just not an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. Going home now in case I'm getting up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. I mean... If you... I mean, he clearly is the one bringing food to the table, so... How much you can demand from him? Like, he needs to do his job. Sometimes clients can, do their thing. He's a lawyer, so he needs to be, available to them. I mean, of course, there's the other side of the matter. Like, he could, try to, make his agenda more feasible. Like he doesn't work so late at night. He could, if it's not something urgent, he doesn't need to do it like at the minute. He can, talk with their clients and make it more, sustainable for him. But I don't know, man. I don't think I like a lot Cassandra. I feel like she's very, she doesn't respect him that much. Like, you shouldn't pick someone's credit card and then, buy a expensive wine like that. That's really invasive. I mean, especially when it's his money. Like, you should, be like, okay, what kind of, wine do you want? And then he would say, oh, I want this one that's a little bit, and you'll be like, okay, fine. Like, you're not the one, you are obviously, you have an income, but it's not enough. So it's or is lower than his. So, I don't know. I feel a little bit uncomfortable saying this, but... so let's see which one she's taking, which medicine. Yeah, it's an antidepressant. I think we saw that earlier. She might be emotionally unstable if she's reliant on this medication. I mean, most of the people will use antidepressants and medicine for anxiety, so I don't think this is... Looking what you have extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I will indicate that to law enforcement. So I don't know. I feel like this is not enough. I mean, surely she is dealing. I mean, at best, I would think. Sorry, I would think at best that she was she was treating herself. She's medicating herself. So in a sense, she's taking care of that problem, which is a good sign that she is. In a good, stable mindset to reach to treatment. I think it will be more serious if we would, know this information by someone that, testified an incident that she was, a meltdown of hers. I think it would be very concerning, but I don't like the idea of, oh, so she takes this medicine, so she's medical, so she's emotionally unstable. Like, if you are being, because it's kind of incongruent. Like, if you actually is medicating yourself, this means that you are in a good place, in a sense that you are reaching for treatment. Ergo, you have a mind that is stable enough to have conscience that you need medication. I hate it when people be like that, because it doesn't make sense to me. Someone that is mentally unstable, like in a serious level, doesn't look for treatment, doesn't take pills, doesn't go to the therapy. So yeah, that's me making a rant of it. But yeah, guys, I think this is good for now. Thank you so much for watching, and if you guys liked this, please leave a comment below, so I can have a sense of which games I can continue, which ones I don't want to continue. I will continue some games because someone asked me to, or because I liked the game. But that's all to it. So I see you guys soon, next video.